All right,
Van had a very interesting guest on his podcast, the Red Pill podcast. This Food Network star, Josh Denny. Now, I don't know if you've heard about his comments recently where he said that straight white men are this century's N-word.
Meaning that they are abused somehow because they have no axe to grind, people don't care about them, and it is a cross to bear if you're a straight white male.
I guess that's the point he was trying to make. So he was on the Red Pill podcast. This is the interaction that he had with Van, and obviously pay very close attention to Josh's language that he used sitting right in front of Van.
My father made a racist joke to me and my girlfriend. He said, at least your girlfriend's only and not all the way. And I know the joke makes you uncomfortable, but I'm trying to point, or the word, me using the word makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The punchline of the joke is, I go, no, Dad, like, is way worse.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, you're not listening.
I am listening.
Okay.
Why would you say that again if I told you that it made me uncomfortable?
I'm telling you the full joke.
If what you're saying is so important to you, you wanna transport me to a place of uncomfortability. I told you I didn't want to go. I told you I didn't want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so Josh's point was he was making a larger point about language and how he manipulates language and uses language to make his points. And he used specific language that I had asked him not to use.
Yeah, I mean, Van, I know that you had said to him before he got to that point, you said, I'm uncomfortable with you using that word in front of me.
Yeah, well, he said it once, and I let it slide. And then he said it a couple of more times, and I had to stop him and correct him and talk to him man to man about why terms like that and the N-word specifically will derail the conversation that we were having. Now, if you listen to the podcast, Josh and I had a conversation that went back and forth where he was able to give his perspective on things. I was able to give my perspective on things. But you have to do those things and be respectful. And I felt like he was taking the importance of his words a little bit more to heart than my feelings.
Do you think at a point he was just really just trying to shock you in particular by using it that frequently?
I don't know, but I know that it's not constructive.
Right.
I know that if we're going to have these conversations, we have to have them constructively. Listen, I talked to the guy for over an hour. I think he's wrong-headed on a bunch of things, but I do commend him for coming to have the conversation because no matter how uncomfortable it is, that's what we have to do.
Well, the thing that I didn't understand, Van, was he said to you at one point, the reason I do this, and I will do this in front of audiences, is they need to hear the word to hear the shock value of the word. And it's almost like he was saying that, you know, white people need to hear this word so they understand, you know, what it does. Black people understand the word. So what does he need to say that to you for? You know it better than him.
Right. What he said is that he wants to transport the audience in that specific joke to the moment of uncomfortability that he felt when his father was saying it.
But it's like he's going to teach you something
about
like,
the N-word.
How is he going to teach you? It makes no sense to me.
I got my lesson in elementary school, dog.
Right.
I don't really need anymore.
It made no sense to me.
And so I guess I was trying to impart on him. We went through the rest of the podcast, and it wasn't said again, and I hope that he learned some lesson. But we can't always try to just beat people down with our worldview. Sometimes we got to listen to them in order to get to a better spot.
And I'm curious if whether or not he actually understood at the end your point when you explained it to him, whether or not he got it. But I guess people can listen to the podcast.
Hey, Van, you got to plug the podcast.
Find out.
It's a great podcast.
Yes, Van Lathan's The Red Pill Podcast, available on all different platforms, SoundCloud, iTunes, all of that stuff. Check it out, man. This episode is really getting people talking.
Tiffany from Minneapolis. I just want to commend you, Van, for responding with intelligent responses, and they were heartfelt. And I know you got your points across. I'm still upset from watching it. My heart is beating a mile a minute, but I'm very proud of your responses. You represented, and thank you.
Hey, you did a great job.
Yep.